Friends, whoever has the same thoughts has the same story. Some have guns for birds and some others. Never lie to a person who keeps water for the birds. Have faith. Never get angry with the taunts of the world. Strangers treat even a diamond like glass. Let us understand that a true relationship is like a good book, no matter how old it is. Even if words don't change, the doors of success open only for those who have the power to knock. Those who are patient either win or we learn that it is not necessary to be like each other in life. Hello, friends. This is the story of a rich man and a poor man. Seth did not give shelter for one night in front of his palace. That poor man, friends, let us understand from this story what behavior was done to him. This story is educational, important, and informative. I request you to read till the end of the story. Stay with us. Hello, friends. You are heartily welcome to a city. There lived a very rich businessman. He had so much money that for his living, the businessman, many palace-like houses were built for Seth's service. He had many servants and many types of servants. There were comforts and facilities. If Seth had to go from one palace to another, he would have to go on horseback. Seth's business was spread all over the city, and for this reason many times he had to go on trips, but Seth remained alone on these business trips. He never went to Seth taking any servant or any other person with him. During these journeys, he often had to pass through dense forests and stay in many inns. Seth did not trust any of his servants. That is why Seth used to go out alone to travel. This is how Seth's days were passing. Once upon a time that Seth was walking in front of his palace at night when an old man was seen coming from the front. The old man's clothes he was carrying a bundle of tattered old clothes on his head. As soon as he saw Seth, that old man, the man picked up the bundle that was kept on his head and placed it down, and while saluting, he said, "Sir, I have come from a long distance and I am very tired. If you allow me, I will spend the night here." After listening to that old man, said, "This is my palace and not any dharamshala." The old man started saying that I will lie outside your stable, and as soon as the morning comes, I will leave from here. Seth said, "But who will take care of you here?" The old man said that there is no need for anything, so there is no need to care. Seth said, "How do we know who you are, a man? Let us have yours for the night. We will have to be posted here for guarding." The old man said, "Why is this so, Maharaji? Why will you have to do it?" Seth said that it will have to be done because you will not be able to sleep at night. "Don't leave from here after picking up the thing," the old man said. Ram Ram. He put his hands to his ears and saluted Seth and placed the bundle on his head, loaded it again and started walking from there. The night was dark and the sky was covered with dense clouds. Sometimes even a few drops started falling. There was a fear of a storm. The old man was very tired. His hands and legs were not working. It was difficult for him to walk, but Seth. These harsh words had injured him so much that he could no longer speak to any citizen of that city. I had given up the idea of going closer and resting as it started raining heavily. The darkness of the night was increasing. In the same way, the old man should also carry the bundle on his head. He was moving ahead. Time passed. After a few days, he met his friends and others. One day, he went out into the forest to hunt with his servants. While hunting, he saw a deer from his horse. He put it after a lot of efforts, but it did not reach him, and hence that Seth had gone ahead of his companions in the race. The forest was dense and entered the dense forest. Due to his departure, that Seth had forgotten the way to his city. He kept wandering in the forest for several hours. Meanwhile, it became night, it started raining, the storm started blowing, and it became cloudy. There was no one who could help Seth in any way. The poor fellow was exhausted, when he, seeing no way out, he sat under a tree as the storm grew so strong. It seemed that all the trees in the forest started breaking and falling. Darkness increased due to the storm. Seth felt that he could not see his hand due to fear of this wrath of nature. The horse that belonged to him started running here and there to save himself. The owner of the horse got so tired. He was completely unconscious, and after some time the storm subsided and it started raining a little. Due to this, the dust that was spread all around had settled and the sky had become clear. Then Seth, When he saw that his horse had separated from him, Seth bought that horse with ours, 1,000. He had bought it as a gift, and he loved that horse very much. He took some time to raise it. No stone had been left unturned. Now Seth had no hope of reaching home. It is said that around the dawn the darkness of the night increases, and so does the hope. And the darkness of despair and sorrow may be too much before the rays of the sun reach. After becoming very sad and disappointed, the merchant saw a person coming from a distance. At first the merchant was scared after seeing that person, wondering if this person was, it may not be a thief or a robber who comes and robs him. But when that person comes to the merchant, and while greeting Seth, he purified Seth's heart with the smile of his lips. There was great hope. He began to see the light of hope. The man laughed, said to Seth, "Why are you so afraid of getting separated from your friends and losing your way?" Saying that there was no help from anyone, Seth had told the whole story to that person. He was still not asleep when the person placed a bowl of milk in front of him. He brought it and kept it. Seth asked, "What is this, sir?" The man said, "Seth-G, this is it. This is the milk of our goat." Seth said, "How many goats do you have?" The person said that I have only one goat. Seth said, "Does one goat give so much milk? Can you give, or won't it be more than one lion? You also drink." The person said, "No. Dad has said that whatever milk is available today can only be used for guest services. Today we will not drink milk." Seth said, "Why so?" That person said that our milk is considered the best thing here, and we serve it to the guests. I am Father's only son and give milk to our best food here. It is said that Father has sent this to serve you. Seth said that you are really a god. After listening to Seth, the person started saying, "No, Seth, sir, God is very far away." The thing is that we could not even accept the entire humanity. After listening to him, Seth said, "No. Brother, you are full of humanity while talking like this," he said to Seth. So the man who truly served his guest got up quietly and took the spices in his hand. He took it and went from there to find his guest's horse. Around morning time, after much searching, he finally found the horse and took it to his guest. Returned to his hut after bringing the guest's horse when his mother saw that the guest's horse. When she found it, she got up and started pouring water for the horse. She knew that the horse was in the jungle. He might have come from the village after grazing grass, but still he took care of the guest's horse. If the horse did not get everything considered as the supreme duty, then perhaps the hospitality service would have been considered incomplete. In the morning when Mir Seth woke up, he saw that his horse was dead, was eating, and the guest servant was in front of him with folded hands saying, "Today God, he saved our honor." Hearing that, Seth asked how that person said, "Seth-G, your horse was found safe. If he had gone towards the front, perhaps the garden would have caught him." After hearing this, the merchant thanked that person profusely. The man's elderly mother filled a bowl of milk for the guest and sent it to him. After drinking, Seth expressed his desire to return home and said, "I want to meet your father." Went to call his father. His father was lying on the bed and resting. The young man reached there. After saying that, "Father, the guest, sir, is remembering you," father asked, "Why did the son say that he wanted to know?" The father said, "Tell him something." Waited for another day. The son said that I had told him, but he did not agree. The father said, "Okay then, drop them to their home and come," the son said, "before he goes to see you." The father said, "Son, it would be better if I don't meet him." Hearing this, the son was somewhat surprised. He had never spoken before his father, hadn't said any words. Today he started looking at his father as if some words were written in his eyes. Father asked son's question. He read it, and while explaining to him, slowly said, "Son, perhaps you want to ask this. Maybe why am I disrespecting the guest by staying away from him like this?" This statement of mine is also filled with the feeling of welcoming a guest. The son told the father. Sunak said to Sunak, "I could not understand the feeling of respect in this disrespect, Father." Father said, "Please explain to me what is such a difficult thing that I cannot understand." Father said, "This is a waste. There is an incident about which he does not want to tell." The son said, "Okay, then tell the guest. What should I say about you?" Father said that father is old and also sick. He is unable to get up from the bed and walk. Hence, it is difficult for him to come out, son. He went and narrated the message given by his father to the merchant. Hearing this, the merchant started saying this: "After coming to the holy place, how can I go back from here without seeing such a Mahatma, in whose house the lost are shown, the way and where the guests are served? This is done with great effort, where the family members try to find the horse of the stranger guest. They put their lives on the line, and wherever the mistress of the house takes her food, preparing to feed the guest's horse, ls seeing your father, is my life can be successful." Son conveyed Seth's message to his father. Now what is the old man? While doing this, he had to come in front of Seth, and as soon as he saw it, he recognized that it was the same old man who had come in front of his palace a few days ago, carrying a bundle on his head for a night. She had asked for shelter, and Seth had even told her how much of a demon she was. This old man's son showed his humanity when he was being misbehaved and helped that merchant. Amir Seth had completely changed his heart and stood up with folded hands, and the old man started apologizing to the old man for his misbehavior. Said that the question of apology from your side does not arise because after coming out, I didn't want to remind you of that old incident. I couldn't avoid your request, that's why I had to come here. This might have hurt you a lot, so I should apologize to you. Seth said, "How high?" Saying this, the rich merchant fell at the feet of the old man. Tears of repentance were flowing from his eyes, and his lips were fluttering as if he were saying this. It is true that this old man's hut is higher than the palaces, because it is where humanity resides. After this, that Seth returned to his house safely. After this incident, that Seth change took place where the hard-hearted Seth was unable to trust and pity anyone. There was no feeling in his mind. The same Seth had completely changed. Now he started talking to the poor and the sad, served and provided full welcome to all the guests who came to his door. Seth's complete transformation had taken place, and the stone heart of Seth had completely melted. Friends, how did you like this story? Do tell us by leaving a lovely comment, and if you like the video, then like and share this video. Please do subscribe to the channel, and let's see another new video like this. Till then, take care with a new message. Thanks and Namo. Buddhaya friends, in old times a proper education was given for celibacy, and people used to be careful about celibacy, and every person practiced celibacy, knew about the rules, and also knew what precautions should be taken at the time of celibacy, have to be kept in mind. But in the meantime, there was such a period in which the concept of celibacy almost disappeared, and people, they started behaving as per their own will. And the biggest problem came when the people of this modernity, it started affecting people, and internet and mobile started reaching people. And result of this, it happened that people practice celibacy. I will tell you the solution to your problem, but you will have to keep one thing in mind. You will have to be patient. That means you will have to stop your wrong actions. I know, son, that your mind. It is not an easy task to stop a person, because the mind keeps wandering a lot, and son, as your life has been before today, memories of your life before today. According to that, it will not be so easy to stop your mind, the same thing as in your mind. Thoughts will come, and then your mind will want to do the same action again. But let's take a pledge that from today onwards, I will give up all these wrong activities. If I don't do it, then you will be able to control your mind. And after a few days of determination, at some point will come when you conquer your mind, but not if you conquer actions. If you stop and remain continuously absorbed in your activities, you will never get the time when, if you are able to control your mind, you will continue doing activities and get worried. Will remain, and you will feel that nothing can happen to me, and you will move towards your thoughts. Will not be able to pay attention. But on the other hand, when you stop your actions, you move on to thinking your thoughts, and you will then think that I see my thoughts, and then you will see that how can I improve it? That's why, son, the first thing is that as long as nothing is possible until you stop the actions, that is why, first of all, you should, after stopping the activities. The Buddhist monk further says, son, come first. Let me tell you some rules which you will have to adopt in your life. Only then you will be able to follow these rules. The rules that I am telling you will help you get out of problems, have changed the lives of thousands of people. That is why understand these rules carefully and follow them, son. First of all, you understand this thing that like a plant in its beginning. If it grows in days, then it needs more care, like water and fertilizer. There is a need, but when the same plant becomes a tree, then it is necessary to keep an eye on it. There is no need, and this is exactly the type of body we have when a person's 16, 20 years of age. He needs more care because at the same time a person's body is developing, but at the same time the person is. If you want to come out of these problems, then you should adopt the 5 principles of celibacy. Rules have to be followed. After understanding these rules, I will tell you how you will be able to cure the loss of your semen sati further. Buddhist monk explains the first rule. It is said that you have to keep a close eye on yourself, son. The person who is careless is. You cannot follow celibacy. For this you have to understand that if even a small thought related to work comes to you, that one thought can corrupt you. It is enough that you understand it as if there is a pile of straw. If even a spark of fire catches a pile of straw, then that spark of fire will destroy the entire straw. One spark of fire is enough to burn that straw to ashes, and you won't even realize that there are already so many questions in your mind. Sand scars are consistent, and as soon as a sexual thought comes in, you focus on that thought. When we start paying attention to it, we start giving interest to it, then it turns into a thought like straw. The spark itself will once again satisfy your mind, and the earlier memories in your mind will again be burnt by that spark, and the work hidden in your memories will be revealed. Lust will motivate you to do wrong things again. That is why it is very important, son. It is suggested that you pay attention to your thoughts. If even a small thought comes to you, then remove it again. And Buddhist monks explain the second rule and say that you should exercise. Have to do, son. If you are living an inactive life and do not exercise, then you will not be able to direct your energy in the right direction. Even though you followed celibacy, your energy also stored, but if you do not use the energy properly, then they will be formed and your energy will start being spent on places. So every day for an hour, you do vigorous exercise that makes you sweat, and that leaves you tired so that there is wear and tear in the body, muscles get broken, your energy should be used to repair those muscles, and you will get very good benefits from this if you spend 1 hour. If you do good exercise, your digestive system will become stronger, and you will never suffer from constipation. There will be no problem, your stool will be expelled well, and your energy will also be good. Will be engaged in work further. Buddhist monks tell the third rule and say that you should pursue spirituality. We have to adopt this in our life. In Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna Ji says that it is my illusion that keeps a person trapped. If you free yourself from this illusion, if you want to get rid of it, or want to rise above this illusion, then take my name. By connecting with me and investing your mind in me, you can rise above my illusion. When the tamagun tendencies in your body have increased too much until you change from those tamagun vritis to sattvagun vritis, you are celibate. Your mind wants you to remain in this dark well, but you want light. If you want to go further, you will have to work contrary to your mind, like when grease is produced in utensils. On the contrary, by using soap, we are able to remove that greasiness. Similarly, it happens with the mind. Understand it in this way because whatever you are is a combination of your mind. It should be clear. To do this God is the same soap that can clean the confusion in your mind. If possible, then you can connect with those where you have faith. By doing this, you can get relief from anxiety. By doing this, you will feel happy and energetic. That guru says that the fourth rule is to use Brahma Muhurta, that is, you should sleep in the morning. You should try to wake up at 4 o'clock and use the time of Brahma Muhurta. The importance of Brahma Muhurta is more because the time also varies. They are of pravriti, and the time of Brahma Muhurta is of Satogun pravriti, and daytime is of Rajogun nature, and nighttime is of Tamagun nature. The nature has a good nature. During the time you meditate and control your mind, you can do calming activities. You can work on yourself during this time in the morning. The time of Vada is predominant, that is, at this time we should abstain from defecation, etc. But you don't get rid of it if you don't expel your stool. Your semen is expelled, and you continue to suffer from the problem of sleep. That is more the problem. Problems occur only during Brahma Muhurta. That is why you should wake up in Brahma Muhurta. make a rule, and get up and take the name of God and practice yoga. After this, Guruji, the fifth problem people face is that they cannot control the use of onion and garlic. Should be kept in mind while doing. Let me now tell you, �𝐴𝐵𝐴𝐵𝐴 with the help of you will be able to quickly compensate for the loss of celibacy. For this, you will first have to, the thing to be used is makhana. You should take it in quantity of 100 grams, and they have to be roasted dry only. In makhana, you get antioxidants which are free, prevent radicals and take your body to a good condition. It contains elements like calcium, phosphorus, and magnesium. Elements are found which are very useful for your muscles, for your bones. Secondly, you should use gram. If you want to use roasted gram, you have to use it with its peel only. If you remove the peel, then the amount of fiber in it will reduce and you will get 100 grams of fiber. You have to take roasted gram in quantity. In 100 grams of gram, you will get 7 grams of fiber, and you will also get many such elements which are very useful for you and nourish your body. Use of dates is very good for increasing the potency. Thirdly, you should use dates to strengthen your dhatu, to remove the weakness of the body and to give strength. It is very useful to increase the, you have to take them out and cut them into small pieces. Fourthly, you have to cut them into pieces. Soot is one such thing which is very useful in increasing your digestive fire. Works faster due to increase in digestive fire. Whatever goes into your body will be fine. In this way, your body will feel good and you will get all the properties of this remedy. Because soot improves your digestion, you need 2 spoons to make this recipe. You have to take sod in the quantity of 1 teaspoon. In the 5th place, you have to use white muesli, or you have to take it in the quantity of 4 spoons. And in the 6th place, you have to use ashwagandha, or to maintain and improve your mental condition. This is a very good medicine. It will relieve your anxiety. It will increase your testosterone. It is also very helpful for increasing your stamina. It also works well. You have to take 4 spoons, and the 7th and last thing is sugar candy. You have to grind sugar candy in quantity of 100 grams and add its powder. After preparing it, you have to put it in it. This will make your yoga sweet and it will increase your strength. It will be very beneficial in increasing and strengthening the body. After this, you should have chana makhana, and dates have to be grinded by putting them in sugar candy and ashwagandha, white muesli, etc., which is powder. There is no need to grind them. After this, mix them all at one place. Keep it in a glass vessel and cover it. After this, the Guru says that son, now you should understand when and how to use it, so it will be made in such a quantity that you can use it for 1 month. Use 1 spoon of it in the morning and 1 spoon in the evening. Or else you can use only 1 spoon in the evening. This will also be good for you. You can take it with a glass of hot milk 1.5 hours before sleeping. And if you use it in the morning, then you can take 1 spoon of powder in your mouth and drink 2-3 sips of milk. After this, the Guru says to the boy that son, this is a yoga for you. You will get very fast and good benefits from it. But son, you will have to take special care of the rules that I told you with this yoga. So friends, I hope you must have learned a lot from this story. How did you like this story? Do tell us by commenting in the comment box. Also like this video and share this video with your friends. Do share with friends so that they can also learn something from this story. To listen to such inspiring and Buddha stories, subscribe to our channel Buddha's Beacon. Do press the bell icon so that you can get notifications of the next video. That's all in this video. Till then, take care of yourself.